It is a big night for athletes and their families, but also a big night for two fashion designers whose work will be on display, and our own Donna Friesen has their story. Hey, Donna.
Hey, Meredith. Yeah, their names are Dean and Dan Caton. They're identical twin brothers, and they grew up in Canada dreaming of making it big in the fashion world, and they did. Their label D Squared, it's a huge success, and for months now they've been working on top secret designs just for tonight.
Dean and Dan Caton have been called the most important fashion design team to come out of Milan since Dolce & Gabbana. Their design firm, D Squared, has earned a reputation in the fashion industry for clothes that are classy, sexy, and spectacular, catching the attention of music's fashion trendsetters, from Christina Aguilera to Fergie and Rihanna. It's not a job for you.
Yeah, it's not a job for us. It's a passion. And I think that's the fun part. And we are so lucky that we can actually make money and do something that we love doing.
The youngest of 9 children, Dean and Dan grew up in suburban Toronto. Fascinated by fashion, even as kids, they got their start designing outfits for their sisters. After a summer at New York's Parsons School of Design, the two knew they were hooked.
I remember the first day at school in the auditorium, they said, listen, if you don't drink, eat, sleep, and live fashion, get out right now, because this isn't a 9-to-5 job, it's a lifetime. And we looked at each other and didn't say a word, and we knew that we weren't leaving the right place.
They launched their label, D Squared, in 1994. 16 years later, they've got their own stores featuring men and women's wear, shoes, perfume, even sunglasses, often sneaking in signs of their proud Canadian roots, and racking up sales of nearly $175 million last year.
Our kind of philosophy is like, we're not trying to recreate the wheel, we're just trying to make it roll better. So we're trying to make fashion that people will wear and feel good about wearing them, and they look good in.
I think it's a look Matt Lauer can pull off.
Yeah. The brothers are inseparable, not only working side by side in Milan, but sharing a fashionable flat in London. And being twins, they say, is their strength, giving them a distinct advantage in the cutthroat world of fashion.
Together we're one really strong person. Yeah. I don't think we're not strong as individuals, so we're like but we're like, together we have a force that's stronger than anything else. This is underneath that shirt.
Dean and Dan now face the most daunting role of their career, dressing celebrities for tonight's Olympic opening ceremonies. When you were approached, was it kind of a no-brainer? Yes, we'll do it?
Of course. Yeah, it was. Of course we do it.
The twins have been sworn to secrecy and just won't give an inch when I try to find out what we can expect to see tonight.
There's no kind of hidden cupboard where all your Olympic stuff is there?
Dean and Dan are now celebrities in their own right. A recent star on Canada's Walk of Fame, a radio show on XM Radio.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dean. I'm Dan. We are D Squared.
And a new reality show on Bravo called Launch My Line, in which would-be designers are paired with experts. But tonight, they are competing on the biggest stage, the Olympic opening ceremonies, a chance to show off their style on their home turf.
And they really are a dynamic duo. After the opening ceremony, they fly back to Milan to present their latest women's wear collection, then get back here to Vancouver for the closing ceremony. Meredith?
I did not realize that you were a Canadian.
I am, and I used to live in Vancouver, so it's like old home week for me. It's
and great. A big night for you also.
Oh, I'm so, I will cry. I'm sure I'll cry.
Yeah. I want to remind the audience you can catch the opening ceremony tonight at 7:30 Eastern right here on NBC.